Welcome to Gaming with Mediocrity. I'm your host, Mediocrities, and today we're going to take a look at the teaser from Ed Boon about Mortal Kombat 12. So let's get right into it. That was awesome. So, let's talk about what it is, what it can mean. Clearly, it starts at 9, which is Mortal Kombat 9, which is basically was a reboot. Then it went to 10. Then it went to 11. And guess what? We're coming up on 12. But you know what it does? Zooms right to 1. Just you see the sands as like from the previous teaser, which had the the sands of time that Kronika had control over, and so the way it ended in the last one, at least the way that they'll probably go is with Liu Kang defeating Kronika, and he's the one that's going to control the hourglass, sands of time, and he's going to make everything new and better, apparently, or hopefully. So it is definitely alluding to a reboot, which is why it just zoomed right to 1, which means it's probably jumping right to the very beginning with Mortal Kombat 1. However, what does that actually mean? Like, at face value, like, if we were talking about, they're just going to redo the first one, which is definitely not going to be the case. We'll definitely end up with the first few characters. I wouldn't doubt it if we have all those characters that we started out with. Which was Johnny Cage, Kano, Liu Kang, Raiden, Reptile, Scorpion, Shang Tsung, Sonya Blade, and Sub-Zero. Those are... I would be surprised if these guys weren't in it. As far as Goro, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure we'll definitely see Shang Tsung in some form or fashion. Now, there's also been talk, and it seems like it's all but confirmed, that we're going to actually have 3D era characters, like Natara and maybe Draman, Movado, Cobra, all them guys. But how? So like my idea, or what I was thinking is maybe, like, if they're going to work that in, like, they're going to have to advance through time quite a bit in the story. So if they do that, then they can definitely work it in. But at the same time, it is Liu Kang altering things. So maybe we start out with those initial characters, but maybe because he's altering time or we're on a new timeline, he can bring in whoever he wants, and he can start their stories in a time where they normally weren't. So, we can definitely see that happening. Let's see here. We need to also consider that, how... Let's see, how could they make that work without just glossing over things? How much different are things going to be? Are we going to have the same storylines in terms of Scorpion and Sub-Zero? With Liu Kang creating everything, what is his place going to be? Is he going to take a place in the tournament, or don't know. So that's basically all I have in terms of story. I don't really know what the direction they're going to go in, but those are some ideas. I I am excited to see the 3D era characters. I really hope we get a nice selection of those. And I'm really excited for the story. It is a continuation of 11, while at the same time, we're apparently bouncing back to the very beginning, which is exciting. So, I thought what I would do is go into a little wants, some character wants, and some wanted features. So we'll kind of go over that and talk about those a bit. So at the very top of my character want list is Stryker. Man, I love Stryker. He appeared, like when I first played him and was 9. Man, I had a lot of fun with him. He was great. I really hope that not only is he in the game, but he has they give him a much better line of story. And I really hope they really work hard on his gameplay. But yeah, he's at the top of my list. It's about time for him to show up in the game. His time is due again. It's been a couple of games, so because he wasn't in 10 or 11, so it's time for him to come back in 12. Now, the next couple of ones I just think would be awesome, which would be Goro and Kintaro. From the same race, and man, would it be cool to do 1v1s, or one of my wanted features, which is tag combat, Goro and Kintaro versus others. But man, a 1v1 Goro versus Kintaro, man, that would be so awesome. And the fatalities, oh my god. Yeah, so that's exciting. Nightwolf, one of my favorite characters of all time. Definitely want him in. Natara, the vampire, love vampires. She's awesome. She kicks a lot of ass. And it was a real shame that she died in the Mortal Kombat movie. But I think she'll be back. Shang Tsung seems to have control over life and death there. So that's great. But anyways, definitely want Cyrax and Sector. I played them a lot. I liked Triborg and MKX. It was awesome. One of my top favorites is Baraka. Like when I saw his teaser for MK11 back in the day, I was marking out. It was so awesome. And I still main him. He's one of my mains. I do look forward to Smoke, but I want human Smoke. I'm not really interested in Cyber Smoke. Though maybe as a costume or something, yeah, that's cool. But you'll only ever see me playing human Smoke. And I will spend time with him. I really did like Shinnok. His hat was stupid, but his little cat ears hat, which I've heard called that before. But man, I just really liked him as a character, and I liked how he transformed. He was just awesome. Motaro would be awesome to see. I don't know how they would incorporate that. I mean, he's a friggin' centaur kind of dude. So, I think from a gameplay stand, I don't think he'll ever be playable. You'll never be able to do a fatality on him unless they just specifically make fatalities for every character to do on him. I just don't think it'll work. But can definitely make him like a boss of some sort. But he would be very cool to see in with today's special effects or the way that our technology has taken us, the way everything looks. Meat, man. I mean, who doesn't want meat? Meat is freaking awesome. And not only does he have an awesome look, but he escaped as one of Shang Tsung's experiments, like mid-creation, which is why he looks the way he does. So I think that would be awesome. Kenshi is always awesome. He's an amazing character. I really enjoyed him in MKX. And Onaga, he's freaking Onaga. He's a Dragon King. Let's face it, that would be so badass to play as him. Even if it's just to fight him, like, it would be amazing. But yeah, I'm excited to see him if he shows up. And then for lulz, I want to see Cobra. I really do. I want to be able to play as Cobra, and I definitely don't want him to be unbalanced, but he's definitely meant to be just like a hop-in character, like kind of like Scorpion is. Like, if you're new to the game, you can just hop in, you can play Scorpion. With him, you'd be able to play him, Cobra. So, I mean, who wants to lose to that? But yeah, I'd main him just for the lulz, just to troll people. It's hilarious. Now, here's my list of characters that can piss off forever. Collector. Okay, and now for my wanted features. Freaking hated Collector. Oh my god. But anyways, top wanted features, animalities. Man, animalities would be so cool nowadays, especially if they didn't do that. So, you know, that whole like different colored animal thing where they're just outlines. Man, if they actually made them look like legitimate animals and just had them ripping people apart, man, that would be great. Oh my god. Tag combat, also at the top of that list, especially online. Being able to do tag combat, that was so fun in 9, but it could be so much better, so much more balanced. And we can use it in such better ways. And I mean, even if it was technically difficult to a point where, you know, it was, you know, only in specific modes, like you can't do it in ranked or anything like that. There wasn't a ranked version or things like that. Or, you know, whatever they would have to do, just have it in there to where we can just access it whenever we want to. Like, if that's how we want to enjoy the game, that's what we can do. Just tag combat. Another thing that I would absolutely want is more stages over time with more stage fatalities. So it's like, it would be great to have them all at once, but, you know, giving the development team time to make more over time will have better stages. So having them be like DLC or something like that, or would be much better. And plus, it would make the DLCs like much more enticing. So, and like a dream thing would ideally have a stage fatality for every stage. Man, that would be a dream. But that's probably asking way too much. Now, as far as defensive, combo breakers would be great to have back. I personally didn't mind the breakaway system, but after hearing some people that are more professional than me, then yeah, I would definitely be interested in some, you know, hearing like people that are, sorry about that, people that are more knowledgeable about all the different characters and things like that. I would completely understand why they didn't like the breakaway system. There's some characters that combo on the ground, like you aren't really launched in the way that you would need to break away. So combo breaker system would be much better. I'm totally down for that. Less and easier requirements for brutalities. Yeah, some of them were ridiculous, and not everybody got to do them. Like their only way to see them was to YouTube it. And yeah, that's kind of lame. Like, you should be able to see almost all of your game that you paid like $100 for. Um, and then like on top of that, like babalities instead of or alongside friendships. I thought babalities were hilarious, and I think nowadays they would be even better. Um, and now harakiris. I really loved the harakiris. I think they were in Deadly Alliance. It was Deadly Alliance or Deception, but man, I loved them. But I think they need to change in terms of they act as another type of fatality system that like so then only the winner of the match can perform. So instead of like your character killing them, you put in this button and this series of buttons and then the character harakiris performs a harakiri. Because like basically, you don't want to win the match and then want to do your fatality, but then have your opponent steal that away from you and frustrate you. I mean, this is your win. You should be able to do what you want. And also, I think variations need to go. Also, the custom moves. I think all that needs to go. Just give us all the same move, or give us all the moves for each character. Like, we shouldn't have to pick and choose. We shouldn't have to, kind of play against certain, learn different fighting types. Like, basically, it's easier to balance a game if all the moves are there. So then you don't have to balance like this variation from this character versus this variation from this character. No, every character has all their moves already there, so you know how to do that. You know how to match that up and balance it. But I do like the customization of the outfits and the weapons. I would love if they keep that and improve on it. Custom fighter, everybody wants that just about. And custom fighter would be amazing. It would be so fun to make a character. But if it caused us to lose polish in characters that we already in established characters, then I definitely would scrap that so they can put more time into the gameplay and customization of characters that are already there. Secret items that don't affect gameplay would be amazing. And I'm not talking about just like you wander upon it and you see it. I'm talking about like solving clues to find it. Like back in the day, whenever we had to, in order to fight Reptile, you'd have that clue that said "look to Little Luna," and you'd have to follow clues to figure out how to do it. And then also on that same ilk, you got people that have talked about having characters locked that way. Like, you have to find those characters. Like, you would have to find Reptile back in the day. But because of the tournament scene, I think that would not be that would never work. Because, professional players need to be able to learn the match types against every character, and it's not fair to have one character unlocked for some people and not for others because they just haven't gone through and done all the rigmarole for it. So having an option to either have it stay locked so you earn them, or have an option in settings to unlock it. So it's just everything's unlocked. All the characters are already available. I think that would be a perfect balance. So the people that want to earn it can earn it. Because some people find fun in that, like me. I would probably find fun in that for a little bit, and then I would just unlock everybody. And then I think like a very big thing here with the advent of streaming and all this is a streamer mode, where certain aspects of gameplay that are generally a problem for like YouTube and stuff, like fatalities, you're able to either disable them or have the colors of the blood change to a selectable color, because I've seen um, different videos where they would just put a filter over the game for a moment while the fatalities or the crushing blows or whatever is going on that would possibly flag them and make it 18 or over, and they can't get paid for the content they're creating. And now, being a content creator myself and having experienced that, I've got one video that is listed as 18 and over because I actually put fatalities in it. It was from a friend who passed, and I was like, I don't care. I don't care about making money off of that. If it ever happens, I'm just here having fun. But yeah, now I see it. Like, I see what the issue was. Like, I actually thought they had fixed that a long time ago, but no. And then, like, the biggest thing that would be nice, like super nice for this, is more memorable music. MK11 sucked for music. Like, I honestly couldn't even tell you what the music sounded like. I mean, it might as well be muted. I don't. It's so unmemorable. It's like, it's just background, doesn't matter, has no identifiable melody. Man, it's not like the old games like Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3. All they have like these melodies that you just never forget. Like, here we are 30 years later, and like everybody knows those melodies. Anyways, I think that's a pretty exhaustive list. I don't want to go into what I think about, or what my guest character wish list is, but we'll do that on the next trailer or teaser or whatever Ed Boon decides to throw out. And again, Ed, thank you for giving us this wonderful game and these teasers and trailers. And anyways, I am Mediocrities, and I hope you enjoy this. Stay awesome.